Hey there team, so this is a 4v3, perhaps a 4v2, but I suspect 4v3 assault off Rivendell today, sent in by Beastmode 7. Let me just turn this offline for now. So yeah, Beastmode 70, Beastmode on 70, sorry. He's playing as Mordor today, which is definitely, I like Mordor a lot. I'm just, I take them in a siege I guess, but just never really two field battles. So we've got the Saurons as well here, some Minas Morgul Chosen, double Mornon Guard there, Orc Javies, Mornon Infantry, just two of them, two Blackguard of Barad-dûr. I think it's a solid choice to take them to a siege, two of them anyway, Orc Fodder, Temple Guard and Temple Executioners with that armour upgrade. Olokai, no Mountain Trolls today, but we do have the Nazgul and some Orc Javelins. So that's, yeah, not too heavy on the Trolls. The only rules for that, or the only rule for this match was that it was a 1 artillery per team. But the attackers have actually forgotten to bring an artillery piece. So that's fine, you know, I like that in a sense. It just means they need to, you know, use other means rather than sort of rely on some good hard artillery strikes. Clateti here is playing as Isengard. He's got his Dunlending Clansmen up front, 2 units of them, some Uruk-hai Archers, Berserkers there. Any armor upgrades? Yes, armor upgrades for the Berserkers, that's nice. Some Lurtz Hunting Pack, Snaga Skirmishers there, and Hiding, of course. I was wondering what was going on there. Uruk-hai Berserkers, the Naz-hai, some Guards of Orthanc too. Okay, I've just not seen much of the Guards of Orthanc recently. I do say that they've just horrendously disappointed me in the past, and as much as I love the unit model for them and love the idea behind them, I just don't much care to bring them now, because at the end of the day you want to win a battle. It's not just about the aesthetics of your army, as much as that is a very important factor to me. We've got the Uruk-hai Infantry there, some Uruk-hai Crossbows, solid choice, Uruk-hai Infantry again, and the Pikes, and then some infantry with the Ram, but of course don't need a Ram on Rivendell, so they'll be dropping that. Then also some Dunlending Veterans here too. Pretty fierce, kind of overlooked I often find. People will always go for the Dunlending Clansmen, sometimes the Dunlending Berserkers. It's quite rare to actually see the Dunlending Veterans, I find, but I enjoy them. Oh, Beast Mode was lying to me. That's fine, because we do have a catapult right here. Then the Heavy Goblin Spears behind them. Some Heavy Goblin Infantry spread out. Then the Cave Troll Drummers keep everything together, more infantry. I like it, yes, very, very infantry focused. We're not seeing any, well, if I say that we might see the Mountain Uruk Host over there, but we'll get round to that. Snow Trolls, Black Uruks of Blackback Mountain Berserkers, sorry. They're Mountain Uruk Host are, yeah, okay. I do like when folks just really spam out the Heavy Goblin Infantry, but Mountain Uruk Host are just so solid that it's silly not to. What the heck is going on here? What the? That's a very strange war cry from you guys. It changes? Sorry about this, I've just never really seen this weird little thing before. Yeah, okay, kind of funny. White Uruk Fearmongers anyway. We've actually started, so let me slow down. I took far too long to get this done. The Dol Amroth is brought today. It's not a total good versus evil, as we've got the Haven Guard, next to some Knights of the Silver Swan, Untitled Champions, Belfast Marines, and some Black Swan Renegade behind them too, along with probably maybe a unit of Cav or something like that hidden in the forest, and maybe some Rangers too hidden there. And then over here, the rest of his army, with Tirothair Marksmen. It's kind of interesting that you sort of spread out like this, and very defensive situation. Yeah, okay. Dollar Urnal Archers, some Tornassian Spears, and some Pikes there. No armor upgrades for the Pikes, but he's on the attack, so he doesn't really have the money to throw on that. So actually, yeah, so that's one. Yeah, no, it is 4. It's just Dol Amroth's dotting around is kind of perplexed me for a minute. Now I just want to make sure that it was certain. I know we've got some Hobbits on the defense, but yes, so we've got Sauron here taking the Proudfoot Protectors. Further down this line we've got the Ents. Doesn't look like there's a solid defense on that position. as, well, to be honest, most of these hobbits are probably going to be hidden. I'm going to go up to 1 speed because I do expect there to be a fair bit of shuffling around. The battling Brandybucks, Bandabrass Archers, more Bandabrass Archers, more battling Brandybucks, more, sorry, is that 3 units of Bandabrass Archers? It is. Goodness me, that's not cheap. More battling Brandybucks. And then they are on alongside Dorwinion. As we've got more Hobbitry and arms there. Nandor Glade Guard, some Elvelyn infantry, Hobbitry and arms running back here. And then the last of the defenders is Sharkan playing as Rune. And he's got some Dragon's Wrath Guildsmen, Camel's Chosen, Elvelyn Hammer Guard. We're seeing some more of these Hobbitry and arms. Then the triple flag rim here. More guard, more of these Glade Guard, and then the Gamp Rim line, 3 of them again. River Patrol, Dragon Knights we're seeing, and I'm looking for anything that's really sticking out. We're seeing the Clansmen, no armor upgrade for the oh, 1 armor upgrade for the Clansmen. You often see sort of either full way or nothing, so that's quite interesting. And then the other Proudfoot Protectors running out. Dragon's Breath Cannon there, Baltroth Tribesmen, Sapphire Bladesmen, lots of Javies here prepared for this. And the Glade Guard, more of Elven infantry, and Vine Guard there. So, yeah, okay. I don't disagree with anybody's army. I think Sauron is definitely playing it pretty fast and loose with his triple Bandabrass Archers. The Tookish Hunters are fine, you know, I just don't think that there's too much. But the Hobbit folk do not have the most expansive roster. He's coming out pretty bold here with these Proudfoots. It's 2 units of Proudfoots he's got charging forward here. And I think this is an accident. This is most certainly an accident, Sauron. I mean, the Proudfoot Protectors would beat the Dunlending Clansmen in melee, but I think he's maybe just given an order to shoot at something in the far back. And this could just be some prep time. Maybe. Because he's running away from him and he's not getting shot at. Yeah, I think this may be just a... I'm going to jump up to 2 speed, just nestle myself here for a minute while we watch what's going on. Yeah, they're being allowed to get back unopposed, so I think that was just a bit of shuffling around time, grace period that the defenders have been given. I do find, though, that on Rivendell, I don't think the defenders really need a grace period. You know, you can sort of deploy across your entire area. So, yeah, I would... I don't think that's too necessary. But I think that this was just an accident. And Clatete here is showing some incredible kindness in not punishing these Proudfoots, because they're going to be messy in the later stages. Proudfoots can really rack up some substantial kills in both melee and range. Lappy over here with his goblins. He's going to be staring down another unit of Proudfoots. That's 3 Proudfoots. I don't know here, Sauron. Like, he's... I know, like, with the Hobbit folk, you're always really going to go a little bit into the red limit. Even in a pitch battle, you can sometimes go into the red limit. But, so in a siege, you're going to be grabbing a lot. But I think he's gone far too deep with it. You know, this is 3 units of Proudfoots and 3 units of Bandabrass Archers. That's so much money. Just sunk there. You know, and there's no bandit. Well, bandits will be hidden, of course. We're seeing that this back line is really flared up there, so it's obvious that a lot of these hidden Hobbit folk have popped up out of hiding. Or it's just the Bandabrass Archers moving up into position. Yeah, I think everything's just shuffling up onto the ridge. Long bottom mob, we didn't spot them before. Very solid choice, I think, for a siege, just because they can keep on throwing those rocks for ages. You know, they've just got so many of them. And the AP allows them to actually rack up a few kills. Both their AP and melee as well. They take out these little clubs that, of course, they're not doing much damage, but they're hurting. Especially sort of cracking into some armored units. You can take some very unpleasant damage. Sauron is running his men around here, which, considering how far back the attackers are here, I don't think that's too necessary. I think he's sort of tiring his men out for no good reason here. But as long as they're given a little while, they can rest up. Oh dear, what's going on up here? Okay, nope, that's fine. Durin all archers. I think he maybe tried to find a route up. Because this is something that's often frowned. Well, it's definitely frowned upon. It's sometimes banned actually, because you can actually get some archers up onto this ridgeline and you can fire down on people. But if it's from up here, but if it's not stated, if nobody says you're not allowed to do it, then you know, hey, it's a choice for you. But as I say, it's something to make sure that you're aware of in a Rivendell siege. And he might not be about to do it. No, he is turning, I think. This is Four Horsemen Storm, by the way. I don't think I said his name. Or he might just be going around. Not too sure at the minute. Yeah, I think that this is the route up. I know you can, and people do tend to sort of stop folks from doing it. Maybe you have to deploy up here in the beginning. But yeah, oh well. We'll keep an eye on that, see if he wants to do that. Ah, good, the knights are charging out forward, and I think that we're actually underway properly now. So Sharkan with these dragon knights, what he's got to consider here is he does have stakes back there. So when he does come running on home, he can't just come running. He's got to slow down a little bit. Is his general? No, it's not. Sorry, I thought that man there, the captain of the unit, was the general. Be very bold to do this if you had your general in your unit. Slow down, good man. Of course, right now it's not really too much of a worry. But if these clansmen were a little bit closer, they could maybe catch you if you had to start walking. Eastron clansmen coming forward. That's actually quite a good counter here, because the Dunlending clansmen are spearmen at the end of the day, and they're actually quite competent at dealing with cavalry. But up against another militia tier unit, especially a militia tier unit that's been given this one level of armor, I think the Dunlending clansmen are going to get pretty badly messed up here. They outnumber them a fair bit, but no, this is a good use from Sharkan's clansmen there, I would say. Getting some good shots down. Oh, alright, okay, that's one catapult down. The other one just, you know, barreled itself halfway across the galaxy there. But I think if this catapult can basically be used just to use up the vast majority of that ammunition from the Dragon's Breath cannon, then that's a good purpose for it. But you need to make sure that there's no other collateral damage, like we saw a few of those Snaga getting taken out there. Because that catapult is not going to be able to outshoot that ballista. Not ballista, sorry, that Dragon's Breath cannon. It just isn't going to work out. The Dragon's Breath cannon is a fantastic weapon for counter battery fire like this. It's just very accurate. So I think what Lappy, and if Lappy decided to try and run away, I just don't think he'd be able to make it. But I don't think that Sharkan is going to be punishing him any further. I think he's just going to try and fall back, not wanting to really risk his cannon. His cannon is very important for the defenders, so that's fair enough, I guess. Over here we can see that these clansmen are actually having some trouble. This shocks me. This really does. I thought this would be easy. But I guess it's just the overwhelming numbers. The orc fodder coming in now too, so it really is just so many spears. Just, you know, stabbing away at these clansmen that it's a bit too much for them. But no, I thought that this would go very well. So Sharkan's going to try and counter that by getting another unit in there, which I think is a decent idea. Just try and stack out the numbers a little more. But, because there's not even a, say that like a Moron on infantry could come in here and really do some good damage. But no, yeah, okay, cool. Not going as well for Sharkan there as I expected. No, it looks like these archers are just walking on by now. I don't think they are trying to get up, which is good. Because as I say, it can be very damaging for people in like Sauron's position if you were able to get an archer unit up here. I've never seen somebody do it. I just know that it's something people do ban on occasion. Right, now this is more like it. Oh, they were winning for a moment, but yeah, I think it's just sort of the numbers that they've got, just the numbers disparity that is causing this trouble. And with the Moron on guard coming forward, that will be curtains, because the Moron on guard are an actual, in terms of orcs, you know, they're a mid-tier unit, so they're gonna be wiping this out. The Moron on guard, I don't think I've ever taken a unit of Moron on guard to a fight, if I'm honest. Yeah, I really should. I should sort of try and experiment with some of these other units I just never use, but so I think there'll be enough, definitely. But with the flag rim coming forward, Sharkan is being really quite aggressive with his defense here. Which is nice to see, definitely. Ooh, those Camel's Dragon Knights are just not going to be able to worm their way through, I don't think. Could you come around the other side, maybe? If you were to come around the other side, you'd be right in the face of these Dunlending clansmen. Oh shoot, he was able to just power right on through. Yeah, good, he found a way. Well done. Guards of Orthanc would make very quick work of those Dragon Knights, though. That would be quite impressive to see. I wonder if they still get the Dunlending bonus for anti-cavalry, or is it just the spear anti-cavalry bonus? Because of course, the men and the guards of the Guards of Orthanc are their Dunlending descendants. So no. Yeah, with the flag rim there, though, I think that this will definitely be going in the side of the defenders, and definitely with that little bit of meddling that the cavalry have done. A few of these cavaliers are going to get taken out, though, but lucky for oh no, I think he might make it through. I was going to say lucky for Sharkan, it's just the captain of the unit, so he's not able to put down a lance anyway. Klateti was quick on the mark with his archers there. He's not really lost too many there. And his archers can get back to their purpose, their true calling of absorbing Dorwinian archer fire. Let's have a quick look in the mini-map just to see how that looks there. Yeah, it is quite a thin line there. The units of, well, Ruin are really quite compact. Camel's Dragon Knights coming forward again. They've got a good avenue there. That needs to be shut. It's definitely going to be shut by the Spear Guard. By the half-orc Spear Guard. They'll be very good at that. And also quite good on the front line anyway, as most of the half-orc units are. So they definitely, I could do with them just getting squished up and slammed onto that right flank. Because right now, it seems that those Flag Rim are mincing their way through the line. As I say, their AP is not really going to matter too much against these Dunlending clansmen, but it's they're still men-at-arms at the end of the day. They're still quality units. Spearguard, I think they're just being kept in reserve here. Maybe Klateti's even wanting to bait Sharkan into trying to do it again, but I doubt Sharkan would do that. There's just too much ready for him. He got some catapult fire coming in from the last two catapults. That's two misses right in the same spot. That's really unfortunate, because a good shot into the Flag Rim would have been fantastic. Sharkan's seeing it, and he is moving. Because nothing else here, like a shot right into the Gamp Rim, when they're spread out just 2 ranks deep, it's not going to do anything. The Scion Rim could be a great target. They're very important, and they're still compact like that. We have fire arrows coming into the Uruk-hai archers. It'll definitely have an effect, I'd say. Perhaps not right now, but when they get down into their 50s, they'll start wanting to be rout. They'll start wanting to rout, so fire arrows will encourage them with that. Beast Mode is actually coming in for a push here, which is quite interesting. I usually won't try to push a line like this, but no, I can see why he wants to just sort of break it up so that all of these fodder units can just sort of worm their way around. But I worry as soon as you push through, these Velen marksmen will get a shot right on you. So I'd be happy enough just exchanging blows there, and I'd probably want to get, I guess, yeah, the Dunlending Berserkers would be a good unit to get up here. But it'll be a unit like the Dunlending Berserkers, or maybe just a Moron infantry, just to help offset this. But no, now that I'm thinking of it, the Dunlending Berserkers are definitely better for this moment here. Got the strength to sort of bust through some Flag Rim, most certainly. No pushing being made on this left side yet. It looks like that's going to be Dol Amroth's job. Klateti is just defending it, which is good. And Dol Amroth has made it round here, 13,000 frames. Yeah, it usually takes quite a long time for that other attacker to make it over here. So it's what you often find. You know, we've got 43,000 frames here, but it's usually very takes about 10,000 frames for things to get going on Rivendell. That's why I think a lot of people are put off by it. This is a great shot from Klateti there. Coming into the left side, they will get their shields, but it's a very close range hit. So that's quite impressive. That poor banner carrier almost went down, but no, he stayed standing. Dragon Knight's coming forward. This is good. The shield guard, the spear guards even, sorry, need to get in on this. They can maybe even trap them. Yeah, this is good. This was a bold move from Sharkan, and I know why he did it, to save his flag rim, but I would probably refrain from this, just because of how ready those spear guard were for it. I'm surprised the spear guard didn't kill anybody there. I think they were in shield wall, which kind of, yeah. Sharkan was very lucky there. Not to lose. Oh, he might lose this guy. I see he's not lost a single one of these Dragon Knights yet in that charge. Ah, there he goes, yeah. No, but still, I think he was pretty lucky with only losing 29. And this is the issue with these stakes as well. Oh, damn, he's going down. What? Absolutely threaded the needle. That was quite impressive. Yeah, okay, I was going to say, because if they're all walking to get through the stakes, that one remaining cav that got stuck is going to have to walk as well. He can't run because everybody else is walking. These clansmen have come back from routing, getting thrown back in. Sharkan just sort of wants to clear up his army. I don't know what you'd call that, army bar, I guess. Just get rid of all the unit cards. And they can charge up, get some kills against these Uruk-hai archers, definitely. But the Flagrim are starting to waver now. They're just heavily outnumbered by the Moranon Guard. And the Berserkers still just ripping through them. Another push there, really just sort of working their way in. The hope is going to be that as soon as these guys rout, they're all taken out immediately. Because everybody's surrounding them. Because you do not want, say, you know, 10 Flagrim making it into the end game if you can just wipe out the unit. But they're going to fight to the very end, it seems. They're wavering at 20 men. Which is quite impressive considering how outnumbered they are. But I guess they've just got supportive men there. Ah, the Dragon's Wrath Guildsmen. I didn't see them firing. Do they still throw their Naphatun, or do they throw daggers now? I'll have to watch that later on in the battle. Black Swan Renegades not pushing there just yet. Oh dear, you see, this is the arc that Sharkan is getting ready for. But no, Beast Mode is coming straight on in, not really wasting any time with his Moranon Guard, just coming in to engage these Vineguard. My money would definitely be on the Vineguard in this case, but I doubt those Moranon Guard will be on their own. As we can see, these archers are coming forward to try and get a really nice shot again. And I think we're going to get the first major clash here. I do wonder though, have they... No, they are holding the position well. The Dragon's Wrath crossbowmen are in a great place now too. This is just what this is kind of why it's great to push at the same time on these two sides, so that you deny the enemy the chance to do this. I always prefer to attack from this side. It's just, there's more space for my archers and everything. It's more fun, but it can get very damaging if you've not pushed up to this point. He's wanting to save the crossbows for a more important unit, it seems, but there's so many archers here. I'd just get these Vela marksmen there. Maybe over here, just start firing. Surprised that the Berserkers are having so much difficulty here up against these Vineguard, but I guess some Scion Rim have come forward as well. A lot of spears brought today for both the attackers and defenders.
It is coming for us.
Have we got an attack over here yet? Some skirmishing going on. I think from the attackers right now, we've got a bit of like, everybody seems to be at a different stage. You know, the goblins over here are wanting to skirmish, which I think is a very good thing to do up against these lightly armored hobbits. But the problem is, he's skirmishing over here, whereas over on the other side of the battlefield, they've just really kicked off the proper exchange. Band of Brass Archers, very expensive, these guys, for how, well, for getting 3 of them. But they'll be able to outshoot Goblin Archers all day. And they're AP and melee too, with those little maces that they carry. It looks like that guy. Looks like they're carrying 2, doesn't it? Interesting. I guess it's the 2 different types of maces that they can, that the unit models can carry, so they need to have both of them on their person. Right, no. So we've got, oh dear, yeah, a few stutters going on. But I wonder what that'll be from, really. Rivendell is quite sort of, there's a lot of stuff going on around here, so I think we'll be okay. I don't expect a crash on Rivendell though. That would surprise me. The Berserkers are having some difficulty here up against the Vanguard, as I said before. You know, it's I think they're just starting to get quite outnumbered now, but they'll fight to the end. They're locked morale, as most sort of Berserker units are. And they'll definitely hurt these Vanguard a fair bit more before they go down. Clotetti's got these men in shield wall, getting ready to make a push by the looks of things. Which they will definitely want to make a push fast as soon as they start taking shots from the right side. Do we have Dol Amroth making a push over here? Oh, we have some skirmishing going on. These Belfast Marines have taken a bit of a beating, but that's, you know, as long as they've still got a fair bit of their unit left, it's alright. Dol Amroth has actually made a go at it here with his Renegades. But those Renegades are sort of getting a bit surrounded now, and oh dear, I hope they don't break. And especially up against units like the Glade Guard, who don't really rely on armor, they're going to not really be able to do too much damage. The Avelin units, they'll hurt for sure. Pikemen coming forward now. This is a full-on engagement on this side now. Oh dearie me, that's very stutterful. Oh, maybe. No? Tried to see, maybe I was thinking maybe my fan was set to silent mode or something like that, because that'll, you know, cause me to stutter a fair bit more. These Avelin units definitely could do with a bit of armor piercing coming in on them. Clotetti is moving in his Dunlending clansmen now, since there's no longer a need to hold them there. Deary me, what is causing this? I just don't know. Might have to lower the dang graphics or something like that. Yeah, it's very upsetting. But for now, we're still doing okay. Sharkan is coming forward, which is an interesting choice. On this side, I would definitely be very willing to actually sort of sacrifice ground. You know, like, I would be happy enough to lose it. You do fall back to this wider area, which is tougher to defend, but, you know, falling back there allows you to shoot into the side, which will just sort of rack up tremendous kills. I guess the bonus to defending here, though, is this catapult can't really get a good shot because of the building, whereas if you did form a line here, that catapult could land a few shots. A few bit of cheering from the guildsmen. It's a nice little added bonus that they can do that. An assassin unit that can, well, I don't know if they still can, but used to be able to throw bombs and can also taunt the enemy. So it's a, you know, good little hybrid. I see. So yeah, I definitely agree with what Lappy's doing over here. You know, this is how I would attack this position, but it's just kind of difficult because of how aggressive your allies have been on the other side. You know, you need to maybe consider getting stuck in too. But I don't know how he's got his men so far spread out. He really needs to get them moved forward, I think. They're coming up bit by bit. He's got the crossbows, but you kind of want to save the crossbow. You don't really want to use the crossbows on some Hobbitry and arms, but those Hobbitry and arms need to fall. Mountain Orc Coast being saved in the back. Dornernal archers have finally made their walk around. Good for them. Olak High here too. Not a lot of trolls today, considering we've got an Orcs of the Misty Mountains. No cave trolls, which is very sad. I love cave trolls. I think, I don't know if I want to say they're my favourite type of troll, but yeah, they're definitely up there. As much as as I say, I agree with what Sharkan's doing here. I think it does make sense, and it is playing out very well for him, as you can see from this confrontation. They've got victory all along the front, as these Dunlending veterans just are not able to compete with them. Crossbows here, though. And Orc javelins kind of mixed up together. I hope they're not getting in each other's way. It looks like a few... No, it doesn't look like. I think they're doing okay. Where are those crossbows landing shots? On the Avelin marksman? Alright, yeah, I see. I'd love to get some shots on the back of these camels Dragon Knights, or even the front with a crossbow. But no, yeah, I think that this javelin fire, this crossbow fire was definitely what was needed. Minas Morgul Chosen coming streaming forward from beast mode. They're not in shield wall though, so they can actually make a bit of a dent to this formation if they're not, but they'd be much more, well, they'd be a lot more, the pushing power would be a lot better if they were in shield wall. I'm going to call that 2 misses, really. 2 men were killed there from the Gamp Rim, but it's clear he's going for the Scion Rim, which I think is a good target. Although maybe these Avelin infantry, because you've got so many units around them that you could hit. But no, that catapult has just been very unlucky recently. Well, throughout this entire battle. Tornacian spears coming for everybody's leading these charges with spearmen, which is just not really what I do in a siege, but I don't really take many spears to a siege. You know, that's kind of why I have to rely on a unit of melee cavalry to protect myself from enemy cav when I'm attacking. But I do like to come in with swordsmen. You know, it's Elven infantry are going to be cutting through these spearmen just because of the spear malice and their general superiority, of course. Baltroth tribesmen there with an armor upgrade. They look kind of cool with that. And they're actually getting some good fire there. They might be going into sort of lower quality Dol Amroth units, but Dol Amroth is definitely a more quality army than most of his allies here today. They're killing one of those Dol Amroth humans is going to be worth a lot more than killing an orc. Is this a counterattack? No, it's not. No, the long bottom mob, as I say, you're more than happy really for a few of the long bottom mob to take shots. You know, at the end of the day, they're not really, they're kind of your fodder, as are most of these hobbits. Oh, we do have some fire coming in though. I think it's probably against these heavy goblin archers. Yeah, looks like it. Goblin infantry are not really worth a shot. But no, dang, I think, yeah, when he comes forward, he's just going to need to come forward hard, and he's going to have to come forward with some competent units. Because a lot of those heavy goblin infantry are exactly what the Hobbitry in arms want to be fighting. So it'll be, Hobbitry in arms just generally can really perform very well. Just because of their armor piercing and everything related to that. You know, it's they're not an exceptional unit by any stretch. Beast Mode has had a lot of success here coming forward. It does look like he did go into shield wall after he made contact, and he has sort of been shunting these men around. Looks like there's a no, that's just the captain of the Minas Morgul Chosen. I thought that was a Blackguard of Barad-dûr, but no. A few more javelins, or not javelins, oh no, a bit of taunting. I thought they were coming up to throw things, but no, they're just taunting. We do have the crossbow fire rattling into these men now though, but with that position shattered, it's going to be pretty good. And there's the Gamp Rim can get together and form another line, but so it's all about now just trying to gain ground as quickly as you can, so you've kind of got a base up in here, and you can get some archers sort of lined up along this side to counter fire. And you can do, this is a great thing, of course you can use this against the enemy. If you manage to push forward here and over on the other side, they've still not pushed through the gate, you can get some, you know, side shots there. But he needs to act fast, and the moment's maybe already passed as these villain infantry have come forward. Tribesmen, with that armor upgrade, they'll last a little bit better in melee. Alongside the Seldoin River Patrol, it's really just the battle of javelin throwers coming forward now, backing up the Glade Guard. But with these Peridhel champions and some more Black Swan renegades, I think that this will be a push in the very near future. A villain infantry coming forward too, but after that, there's nothing really waiting. Farmers of Buckland though, 3 Farmers of Buckland are with their locked morale, which I think is great. They're going to be able to do some good work there. Blackguard of Barad-dûr have pushed right on through, engaged the second line. So good, they have taken territory, and they need to just get some ranged units up here as quickly as they can. Tirithar Marksmen would be fantastic for it. Half-Orc Spear Guard, the great Cav Killers, or Cav Warders, I would say, as they kept them back for a while. Good shots toward the Gamp Rim, but both misses. And a good target off the Gamp Rim, I guess. Uruk-hai Crossbows actually out of ammunition, surprises me. They would, again, that would be a fantastic unit to use over here. Uruk-hai Crossbows, hopefully still with ammunition. Yes, they do. They need to get up here. Unknown Soldier here doing a fantastic job of just holding the line. Oh, I thought he was going to come around and flank that unit because they could have broken, but looks like they're not having, they don't really need any encouragement to break right now. It seems they're all going to be getting out off the fight momentarily. And I think they need to come forward a bit harder than what they're doing right now. I know that they're feeling at risk from these Merquendi bows and everything like that. The morale damage of the Merquendi bows could be great. But Guards of Orthanc, as you can see, it's like Guards of Orthanc are in a lot of ways an elite unit, but I just they're just not going to be, they're just not able to beat, you know, well, I guess Gamp Rim. Coming to the front of a phalanx is never fun, no matter how good you are. What do we got here? Goblin infantry coming forward now. As I say, the battle is totally underway on the other side. I think Lappy just really needs to get stuck in soon.
They have lost half their men.
Yeah, okay, that's one of the defenders actually losing half their men there. What are we at right now? 35 for 27. So the attackers are quite a bit behind, which is not too bad at this stage. Like, that's kind of what you would expect. Oh, there's only 2 Dragon Knights left. We did not see them get dropped. I wonder if it was ranged fire, or did they just make a bad call with a charge? Or it could have just been lots and lots of decent calls with charges, to be honest. Unfortunate strike there, but as I say, these Dunlending Berserkers don't care about morale. They'll stay in it. And the second strike there, striking these Gamp Rim, that was decent. But I would hold fire now. This is too danger close in my mind. Okay, right, okay, good. Yeah, nope, too risky with these shots, I would say. Lappy, I'd maybe hold fire for the time being. I don't know, that's just wildly inaccurate today. I guess I'm just comparing its accuracy. People are taking the trebuchet a lot more now. So you're getting to see like this highly accurate trebuchet brought to the field. Dragon's Breath Cannon, it's only used up about 2, maybe, yeah, I think it's only really used up 2 shots. So it can be firing for a while. Merquendi bows. Morale damaging poison arrows coming into those crossbows. Sauron's Well coming forward. Oh dang, those crossbows are taking a bit of a beating, but they just need to be responding. They just need to be trying to take out as many of these Merquendi boys as they can. Oh dear. Right, okay, yeah. So it was just about a total rout there, so we are getting another swarm from Beast Mode coming forward now. The Sauron's Will do a great job up against these Flag Rim. Sauron's Will are definitely quite a good unit. The Uruk-hai Berserkers are actually coming forward too now. So that's an actual sort of elite unit coming up into this fight. Isengard being pretty bold with his high quality units, which I very much appreciate. But this is exactly what the cannon was waiting for, and that's some great quality units. Blackguard of Barad-dûr routing off, as are the Guards of Orthanc. The Berserkers will stay in the fight, as will the Dunlending Berserkers, but Uruk-hai Pikes coming in to shore up the line. Now they're in a nice position there because they're kind of covered by the Flag Rim, but it's still, you know, that was a very brutal move, and this is why that we just need to get more of a focus on this push here. As these Avellan men have come up to block the line. Belfast Marines, are they out of ammo? No, they're not. We need their javelins here on these Avellan men. They're just Avellan marksmen, but heavily armored human men at arms can hold the line. Oh, sorry, not men at arms. The men at arms certainly can. Human archers can definitely hold the line. I'm seeing a lot of movement over here. I think we've actually got a bit of a push. Yes, it's looking like it. The trolls have led the way, which is quite a cool move. The AP from the hobbits will be able to hurt the snow trolls, who do have a bit of an armor bonus. They've also got that little shield bonus too, which is quite cute. But the goblin infantry are coming up alongside them, along with some heavy goblin spears. Sauron ran all of his men at the start and really tired them out because of the kind of bit of a long skirmish engagement. It's allowed the hobbits to get their energy back. I think it is a good move to use these trolls in a bold fashion, is the way he has. But you know, they need something more. Oh dang, they need the troll drummers getting over here, just to keep these men, because they're wavering. We're seeing a rout going on there, and I think soon these snow trolls are going to be by themselves, if they're not already dead. Mountain Orc Berserkers are coming up. Locked morale, 2 hit points each actually, and of course they don't care about the AP, so that's a dang good unit to have coming forward. We did just see a little flash there, and along with that flash we got only half of our force remain, so I suspect there was maybe a good kill from the cannon. Oh, the cannon is almost killed actually. It's only got 1 left. I don't know if it can shoot through that. I think the hitbox for that cannon is going to extend over the front of it. I think Sharkan is aware of that, so he needs to shuffle. And that's just going to allow the attackers more time to push through. The Uruk-hai have been sent in, which is a dang good choice, I think. Blackguard have come back. If they can get into shield wall and just bust a hole right through, this could go crazy, and then all of these units just need to flood in. Dornernal archers. Dang, there's just not enough infantry back here. The Nazgul are, of course, waiting. It's down to Dol Amroth a fair bit on this end. What are we at? 51 for 50 for 43 even. I think that they're going to be climbing back soon. I think they're going to be climbing back very soon. The Olokai are still smashing their way through. The best trolls on the planet. And now with that cannon being shuffled around right now, the catapult is able to get some good hits in. Oh, that's so unlucky. It's painful because Lappy's not doing anything wrong with his catapult. His boys are just not hitting shots. Like, they should have eviscerated that unit of Merquendi bows there. They were in the perfect position for it. So no, I definitely, that's not his fault. That's just, oh dang, it's out of ammunition now. How the heck did that land there? Yeah, I think he's maybe just trying to, yeah, so that's out of ammo, which is really quite upsetting. Dragon's Breath cannon moved over here now. Oh, he's getting a shot. It's looking pretty bloody, but it just missed. It went right along here actually, and I think it generally missed. The Sauron's well got broken by it, so it didn't miss, but it didn't rack up as many kills as I thought it would. Olokai are now alone. That needs to change. But there's just a lot of skirmishers over here and a lot of archers. Let's see what's going on with the goblin push, because I think that there's going to be a... Oh, jeepers sake, Lappy was waiting for it, and he's getting stuck in properly now. Yeah, you could see these poor hobbits are just getting shunted up against the back wall there by this push, and they're actually still killing a heap lot of people. But it's with these troll drummers sat right in the middle of it, these men, the Mount Uruk host and the goblins are going to be holding quite well. I say that just as we're seeing a lot of them routing off from the back, but hopefully they do come back because we need them. God, that's such a confined blob there of these tiny small units just cracking into each other. Rocks coming flying over. Band of brass archers there. Jeepers sake. Yeah, a lot of band of brass archer fire is going to be important here. I'm surprised that the hobbits are really holding this so well. And this is really the percentage that's going to go wild here, because the Orcs of the Misty Mountains will take massive casualties doing this, and they always take huge armies. I think this is so weird because the mass of these hobbits should be getting yeeted around, but it's just because there's so many of them just fighting together in this compact space that they're able to hold the line. And they're also, I think, a big part of it as well is they're fighting up against like these exhausted and very tired goblins, whereas they are winded and tired. Band of brass archers, they're coming forward. As I say, their AP, they're actually not too bad in a fight. And I don't know, I think that's going to lose its steam, which is really sad because that was a brutal push. The Ents, oh god, the Ents coming forward now. I don't know, man. I think we need some elite infantry up here. Let's zoom on back. Those Ents are going to come on forward. They're just going to crack those cave troll drummers on the head a few times and take them out. Over on this side, we do have a another push. Well, it's the same push. It's just been continuing in a careful manner. Not really wanting to give that Dragon's Breath cannon any good shots. But since it's only got one cannon left, it's going to take a while to get through its ammo. Farmers of Buckland coming forward. As I say, I view the Farmers of Buckland as a semi-elite unit. You know, they're very good. Their AP, their locked morale, they're just exceptional, really. Poor armor, but that's about it. Knights of the Silver Swan. You see, this is great. Oh, see, alright, there are two of them fighting together. I always see people treating the dismounted Knights of Silver Swan as just like these elite men-at-arms. Kind of like how you would use, I guess, the Alcarondas Legion and such. But, you know, I view them much more as their morale-holding units. I view kind of like Cardolin, kind of like with the Dunedain captains of Cardolin. I think that's how you should treat the dismounted Knights of the Silver Swan. I think they get a lot of flack from folks, but they get a lot of flack because people aren't using them properly. Ah, the Blackbat Mountain Berserkers have managed to worm their way across these bridges, which you very rarely see people doing that. And Lappy is running his ass over. And because of how intense his attack has been on that side, there's so many units that are just like, even though the hobbits are winning over here, the hobbits can't pull these men back. These hobbits are stuck fighting right now. As I say, yeah, the Cave Troll Drummers they were priority number 1 for the Ents there, and they've done a very good job of wiping them out. So the point I'm trying to make is these mountain trolls, Blackbat Mountain Berserkers are just going to be unopposed for a little while, at least from the hobbits. The Nandor Glade Guard are actually quite a good match for them, considering the Glade Guard don't really rely on armor, which the Blackbat Mountain Berserkers will be able to crack on through. So the Blackbat Mountain Berserkers will certainly win this confrontation, but the Glade Guard were a good choice to counter them, I think, and hold them in place while something else is brought up. There's like no reserves here either. So that was a great move by Lappy, just pulling this away so that his allies over on this side, yeah, because as I say, there's absolutely nothing. Elvelyn Marksman's still standing there, but they aren't going to be able to hold the line very long. And now with Dol Amroth making a breakthrough, yeah, you can see it's 78 for 60. I was going to say it's climbing back. Battling Brandybucks coming into the back of these Blackbat Mountain Berserkers now, though. I think that'll be it over for the Berserkers. Certainly won't be a short it's over, though, as they will stand their ground for quite a while. Proudfoot Protectors, though, they might have ammunition. If they do, then they can just line up there. That's the general. They've got Sam there. If they can just line up there and get some shots in, that will be it finished. How we got with the push being made here? Because the Blackbat Mountain Berserkers have, of course, done their stealth mission, so they weren't really able to come over and support. Those Hobbitry in Arms really did an amazing job of holding. As I say, I think that they're an exceptional unit. Oh dear, yeah, it's a sort of a mass rout. Sorry, my voice is going right now. It's yeah. I'm gonna have a quick drink of tea there. There we go. Cool. Yeah, I'm never really too sure how sort of drinking comes through on my videos, so I try to avoid doing it too much. Oh my goodness me, my voice is almost finished. I was hoping to get through quite a few videos today, and I think I probably will, but they're just going to be a bit grisly. Poor old General there from the Berserkers has been taken out by a Glade Guard. I say this was very, very nicely executed. Unknown Soldier, he didn't have much in reserve, but he knew something had to hold this unit in place. So he did send something back, and it's done a very good job. And then Sauron was quite quick on the mark, and also now with these pikes coming in, this will be it finished for the Berserkers. It was a clever move from Lappy though. That was impressive, coming across those bridges. It's just you very rarely see those bridges getting utilized, just because of how kind of difficult they are to use. Oh no! Oh, these Temple Executioners. If they receive a shot from that Dragon's Breath cannon, that will be upsetting. But this is the exceptional elite of Mordor coming up now. We've got the Temple Executioners fighting alongside the Nazgul. No, you need to get out of this blob. Wait, they're out of ammo. Oh, okay, right. This is okay. Yeah, this is pretty interesting again. I was deep in the defenders' camp for a while there. I thought that they've got an easy win here, or the whole battle has not been an easy one. I want to make that clear. All sides have done very well, but I thought from this point it was a definite win. But no, now that Dragon's Breath cannon is out, we've got the Nazhai fighting alongside the Temple Executioners alongside the Nazgul. This is such a power blob here, and I just don't think that the defenders have any tools that they can punish it with. They've actually sort of managed to retake control a bit over here, but for how long? No, it's just so many archers that he's got left, and they're not actually getting grabbed here. But no, I think this will be a good push from Dol Amroth, and they'll work it out over here. And I think as long as they still have ammunition, they should be able to use it quite well. the last 2 Dragon Knights coming forward to see what they can do. But no, oh dang, their charge was broken by the routing Elvelyn Marksman, and I think that might be them stuck. Knights of the Silver Swan will do a good bit of damage to them, just slamming away with their swords. No AP or anti-cavalry bonus, but of course they're quality infantry units, so they'll hurt all the same. And yeah, I think it's Horseman's just got so much ammunition left, he can kind of force the defenders to attack him now. That's the General of Rune down. A lot of Rune's forces are going to be really relying on their morale, so it's going to be a bit tough now. I talk up the Hobbitry in Arms a lot, but when you're faced up against the frightening power of the Nazhai, the Nazgul, and the Temple Executioners, it's no doubt, it's no surprise that your Hobbits are running. Catapults left there, of course. Yeah, the Temple Guard, they look like they're out of ammunition, but still they're great in a fight. Not quite Temple Executioners, but they're something pretty impressive. Proudfoot Protectors coming on down here. And yet, it looks like the Ents are just going to be mowing their way through here. It looks like there's an admit defeat. I suspect that was probably from Lappy. No, it wasn't. Who was that from, I wonder? One of the defenders, maybe? Yeah, it looks like it was maybe Sharkan. Yeah, I think Sharkan really did take the brunt of those initial pushes, and that final sort of charge off his Dragon Knights was probably him needing to either head off or just sort of getting a bit desperate. So, but no, he did very well, so it's fair enough to admit defeat there. Looking at what Dol Amroth has left, as I say, it's so archer heavy. Haven Guard there too, jeepers sake. The attackers just still have so many of their exceptional units left. Oh, these poor battling Brandybucks. Getting backstabbed and also shot down. Yeah, it's no doubt they broke there. Hobbits don't have the best morale for a good faction, so it's oh, they're alright. No, they've been stopped. They're fighting to the death now. That's unfortunate, because they didn't actually suffer too many casualties as they were running away. The catapult crew here just coming to stare these men down, and now I really think it is a case of, can Sauron get all of his men down from from that hilltop and down toward the city centre before the attackers can? If he can, then I think what he's relying on. Damn, are they? No, the Proudfoot Protectors there still have ammo. I think what he needs are these Proudfoot Protectors and also those Ents. And because if he can get some good high damage crossbow fire from those Proudfoots into those elite units, and then he can sort of smash them about with the Ents, then he's still got a damn good chance here. And even these Proudfoot still hold the line. I love the look of those pikes of theirs. Yeah, they just look quite nice. Very simple, very, I don't know what that weapon's called. It's very simple. It's a club with a spike on the end. But yeah, I quite enjoy those, and they just sort of look like very oversized versions of those. So even though Sharkan has admitted defeat, his men will just be sitting here in the final defensive point. So they'll no doubt be a bit of a nuisance, especially these 2 Dragon Knights. Without any charging, a Cavalier can be taken out quite easily, but when you're of that quality, you've got to come in with something half decent. And yeah, no, I just think the Hobbits have been a slight bit too, they're just waiting there, and the attackers are charging up toward the town centre now, as they should be. So they can flip this on its head, and they, as I say, they can turn it from a defence to an attack. Well, sorry, from an attack to a defence, if they manage to take the centre. Dorwinion doing what he can to hold the middle here, but Quinny bows, it's just very depleted units. Of course, they'll fight to the very end, being in the town centre, but with what they're up against, they just won't be able to do anything. The Temple Guard coming forward now to take a bit of the brunt of the damage here. Oh, I wonder, is that something? When you give the Temple Executioners an armour upgrade, did they get this much darker black cape in comparison to the Temple Guard's cape? Well, I'll have to look at that the next time I see them without an armour upgrade. See how dark their cape is. The Nazgul as well. Yes. Oh, I see what he's trying to do there. Oh, what is he firing upon? Ah, not the archers. The archers, of course, they're coming forward to try and grab you, but we need shots on these Temple Guard. We need the shots on the Temple Executioners. You can get the Ents, you can get the Band of Brass archers, you can get anything to deal with these archers. Proudfoot Protectors over here, looks like they're out of ammo though. Orc Javies, they've surely not got. They do actually have javelins left, because of just how aggressive and melee oriented the attacker's charge was. You know, they've got so much ammo left for these sorts of units, and I think that's going to be very important in the later stages. We're seeing this counter. We actually don't often see that in a siege, but it's come down to 3 minutes 20 now. So as I say, the defender is now the attacker as he needs to retake his town centre. Temple Guard coming forward there. Band of Brass Archers, no ammunition, but as I say, AP and melee, not too bad. Ents need to really sort of pick their targets because they need to maximise their effectiveness. And not end up getting cut to pieces by something like the Temple Guard, but that might just have to be, I think. Battling Brandy Bucks coming forward now, along with these Band of Brass Archers. We're at under 3 minutes now, though. So Sauron is in a very tense situation here. Yeah, you see, this is good. This is perfect. Getting some shots onto the Temple Guard is exactly what he wants. But these Dornernal Archers will be counter-firing. Oh, good. If you can get some point-blank fire right onto the back of these men. Dorwinian's general going down to a Temple Executioner, trying to hold him in place for as long as he can. Oh dear, what's that? Catapult crew coming in to stop them. Good use from Lappy. There's one unit left on the field, I think, probably, and but he's done a very good job with it. He's, of course, in guard mode, as he should. Oh no! They're not in guard mode. Long bottom mob coming forward now. These Proudfoot protectors are out of ammo, so they've got to get stuck into melee too. It's like the only ones that still had ammo are now getting... Oh no, they've freed themselves. But Lappy has hopefully bought them a bit of time. What are we at here generally? 90 for 81. There's a lot of hobbits left though, but you've got to keep in mind they're all hobbits. And what the attackers have is such high quality. Oh, they've managed to reset the timer. So we're at 3 minutes 30 again. What was it, the reset? The Ents, of course. The Ents managed to reset the timer. That was a good move from the Ents, actually. But it is counting down again, even though it has been reset. Gotta make sure you don't block your own shot here. These Proudfoots are not going to be able to deal with those Nazgul. They're very good, but still. Have we taken losses? Oh, we've taken... yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Haven Guard coming forward again. Another great target for those crossbows. What are they going for right now? Looks like... yeah, we're seeing shots of the Haven Guard. We're seeing these Haven Guard dropping like flies. The Proudfoots are really a massive powerhouse for the Hobbits. Like, that's... they're the one unit, when I'm playing, that I will just about always go into the red limit for. Your first Proudfoot is 1,000, your second is 1,500, and I think it's worth it, to be honest. Because those Proudfoots are great in melee, as you can see. They're actually sort of standing their ground. They're getting cut to pieces by Nazgul and Haven Guard, and they're holding. But their major power is, of course, their crossbows. They're nicely armoured. They can receive an armour upgrade, so why not? I don't really know what that brings up their armour to, but yeah. Tirithir Marksmen coming forward now. Again, another... They'll be able to hold the Proudfoots for a lot longer. And even if they can't hold them, they just basically took an absolute slam for their elite units behind them. I don't know if this is what Four Horsemen is trying to do here, but he's getting his archers in the way of his elite units so that he can't... so that these hobbits can't get a clean shot. I think that is what he's trying to do there. That's clever. Very, very brutish from a commander, but I suppose a Dol Amroth general turned evil would have no issue doing something like that. And these Tornastian spears, yeah, they're gonna have to start getting into melee now. They'll beat this fight. Oh, he's trying to run away. Long bottom mob engaging here. Tirithir Marksmen really rely on their armour for a lot of their survivability, so the long bottom mob with those, as you can see, these big old clubs that they use. These two guys are just coming at it straight with their fists. So yeah, no, AP fists from hobbits. Long bottom mob in what am I calling, guard mode, so they're able to just ignore that. But to be honest, I'd probably want to just engage these hobbit. Oh nah, you're just getting slammed now from the Haven Guard. Oh dear. This has been really quite close. This is how a lot of sieges used to go down, with just like the elite units being kept in the end for one of the sides. So it's very it's interesting, but I've not really seen that happen for a while. You know, I think people have gotten a lot more liberal with their use of elites, but the attackers on this side of the battlefield were pretty conservative with them, which allows them to do stuff like this in the later stages. Like really pull the percentage back. We're 96 for 88 though. So the defenders are still, well, the attackers are very badly outnumbered. And with these exhausted Hobbitry and arms coming down here now, as I say, all AP, and a lot of these elite units really rely on their armor a bit. So the Proudfoots are going to be able to get behind this line. We've got 3 minutes now. You know, I fear that Sauron is treating this as a siege defense still, and it's really changed. Poor Ents have been failed there. They were very badly injured when they did take the center, so. And those, they've still got ammunition, so say if he charged them with a unit of Hobbitry and arms, so they would take a nasty volley to the face. But he needs to. I'm not gonna look at the frames anymore. I'm gonna keep my eyes down, so I won't reference that. I want to be kind of surprised when this ends, but I'm definitely gonna be looking at the timer. Proudfoot's here, broken. That's very rare to see a unit. Oh no, it was only 11 Proudfoots. So it was the Bandbrass archers that had 70 men left. Getting surrounded this badly though. Lurt's hunting pack, some of the best rangers in melee, I'd say. But no, it looks like the attackers know what to do now. They're just all going to be coming on back to the town centre and holding it, which is fair. You know, they're so bad. You know, they're so badly outnumbered now that I definitely don't disagree with it. Hobbits coming rushing forward now. Dornernal archers could get a quick volley on them. The Haven Guard, we need to charge the Haven Guard. Looks like, oh, he's got 2 units. He's trying to worm them around, trying to get to the town centre with his 1 minute 30 seconds left. Those hobbits just broke, damn it. These men are shaken too. 90 men running on back. A lot of them are going to get caught.
If we continue like this,
what?
We will smash the enemy.
What managed to take the town centre? What the heck managed to... Oh, it was these Proudfoots that routed back and managed to regain their composure. So they have reset the timer now. So once this last Proudfoot is taken out, and I think what's probably going to happen is these 40 Hobbitry and arms are going to be able to do the same. The Temple Guard are kind of struggling up against these Hobbits, and they're definitely taking some shots from the Proudfoots. The Nazgul are mixed in there too. Yeah, another Temple Guard dropped there. Beast Mode has taken a lot of damage to his elite units. Good thing about this as well, he's been able to sort of micromanage the heck out of these 3 units for a good while now in the battle. So he has been able to make the most out of these elite guys. What have we got fighting here? Some Hobbitry and arms just locked in position, getting cut to pieces. But the Haven Guard are on just mop-up duty back here with their last 3 soldiers. But no, maybe this won't be ended by timeout. Good few more shots coming with those Temple Guard. Only 6 Nazgul left. I'd say once you start seeing Nazgul drop in, you know that they're all going to be pretty badly damaged. But they've kind of worked their way in so deep now. Oh, sorry about that. Discord is reconnected. There's a Nazgul down. Only 2 Nazgul now at this point. Dang, every time these hobbits break, they're just, because there's no morale buffing around them anymore. Not the hobbits have great morale buffing units, but as soon as they get back, like, they're still going to be fighting it out. So you can see every time something routs, the attackers are trying to chase it, trying to kill off as much as they can. Orc Javelins here doing alright up against these Hobbitry and arms, who are still having victories almost certain. Poor guys. How are we doing with only 3 Haven Guard left? It'd be pretty interesting. We can kill this sort of twisted Dol Amroth general there. Maybe this Hobbit can do it, but I don't think so.
If we continue like this, we will
Very skilled, those generals. Well, picket fence there, just taking a few stabs. It'd be very nice. I've talked about this before, and I would love it if we could give if you could give some hobbits like an armor upgrade. Now the issue is that would make them very powerful, but the only reason I'd want to do that is just to give them more of like kind of a militarized look. Because I think like this is cool, but like I often feel weird taking Hobbitry and arms, considering like they're just using I guess, no, it's not a fence. It does look like a fence, but it's not really a fence. It is a properly made shield. Yeah. No, it's fair enough, I guess. I would kind of love to get them in like some leather, sort of leather armor or something like that, just to make it sort of seem like, yes, you know, we belong in a battlefield. So that is the Mordor General dropped there by Hobbit in arms. How's the Dol Amroth General? Did he win his duel against the Hobbit? Yes, he did. That's a very nice flag, actually. Yeah, that looks great. Whose flag is that?
Our men have taken control of the castle.
Who do we have on defense today? We had Can. Oh, is that Can? Not Can. Ruin. Is that Rune's flag? Because it's like a dragon. Yeah, it might be. Rune, Dol Amroth. It might be Dol Amroth. Hard to say. I've just never really seen it before. But yeah, looks nice. Temple Executioners are dropping like flies now. We've got the timer. Oh, I was about to say we've got the timer back, but it's gone now. Proudfoot's in position here, trying to find a target.
Our men have taken control of the castle.
Yeah, so we always jump back to 4 minutes. It's not easy to hold a blooming castle for 4 minutes. What are we at here? 98 for 97 now. So they, you know, as you can see, the attackers really have been climbing their way on back. But as they've been climbing their way on back, they've been losing these elite units. The Haven Guard now just down to 3 men, as they have been for most of it. The Nazhai down to 2, very bloody and battered men. The Nazhai were sent in nice and quickly. As I say, I really like how Isengard used his forces today. Used his elite troops. Getting some crossbow fire in will be very damaging to what's left. And I think I can see he's responding to these crossbows, which is fair. So that wasn't Lappy's last unit, that is, maybe. Tornastian Spears just creeping forward in shield wall. Exhausted by this point. Yeah, we're at 3 minutes left. The Proudfoots are out of ammo, so they're coming rushing on up now. Ooh. Just need to watch out for the heavy goblin crossbows a fair bit. I'm looking at all this, like the Proudfoots can beat all of this. Haven Guard though, Proudfoots are definitely struggling against them, but as I say, they're very bloody and battered, and there's only 3 of them left. And we've got this full, no, far from full, but we've got a few of these Hobbit train arms left, engaging this last Temple Guard. To be honest, I know it might take a while, but I'd be so tempted to just kill that last Temple Guard, because what I worry about is that Temple Guard's just going to chase you around, and then he's just going to come in and slam you from behind. Yeah, well, he's going to do that for the Proudfoots, it seems. Tirathera Marksman. Let's see, these Hobbit train arms just want to get back to the centre. They want to lock it down. Oh, wait, sorry. What was that?
Our tide of battle seems to have turned against
Oh, that's the general.
We must act.
There's only one Haven Guard left. Well, it's him. And he has fallen at the hands of a Hobbit in arms. So, the Proudfoot Protectors here actually doing really well. Cheaper's sake. I did not see this coming. I really didn't. There's one Temple Guard coming back to do some swinging away. Lurch Hunting Pack, as I say, they're certainly not too bad. Where are those crossbows?
The enemy is no longer in command of the castle.
They're running? No! No, why? You're needed! Oh god, they're so damn necessary right now. Hobbit train arms coming in to attack the side here. Everything here is so scary. Jeepers team. One farmer of Buckland. How the hell did he survive? Where the heck has he been hiding? He's probably been hiding inside one of these buildings that he can walk through. Oh, if he can come in and just get a swing on a Nazhai, I'll be chuffed to bits with that. Where are you going? Where are you charging, farmer? Come on. Yeah, no, I think he'll be able to mince him. Come on. Come on, you're a farmer of Buckland. No, my boy! Damn it. That's sad. That's unfortunate. Oh well. His allies have gotten it back, taken out the general of Isengard, and that's that. Jeepers, that went to hell real fast for the attackers. I did not see that coming at all. I really yeah, like I was in the beginning. I of course was like, yeah, no, the attackers have this. You know, this is actually no, it's a 4v3 generally. No, in the beginning, to be honest, I was probably on the defenders because I thought they had a lot of tools. and especially once the attack started there with kind of, I'm going to pause it for a minute, when the attack started here and they came down this end and just they were able to get a lot of side shots going on, I was like, yeah, no, the defenders have this, surely. And then they managed to get some great ground. They were attacking on both sides, and I was like, okay. And then over here, the attack started, and I was like, okay, no, it's the attackers probably. And then, of course, that attack ended up getting blunted. And, you know, I was like, okay, swapped back again. And then I realized that how much elites they had left. It was crazy. Yeah, this really was a pretty topsy-turvy fight, actually, which I guess is what you can expect from the Hobbits. They're either going to kick ass or they are going to be stomped down. Yeah, okay, yeah, boys, you deserve to celebrate. Yeah, no. Normally, when you've got trolls celebrating after they've just sort of squashed a few bloomin' goblins or hobbits or something like that, but no, these hobbits deserve that, like, pose there. Good for them. They did really well. Let's jump through Beast Mode's kills first. Let's go with 341. That was very well done from them. They ended up generally taking a lot of like killing blows from the crossbows, so they did very nicely. The Temple Executioners kind of backing them up throughout. Olokai, I think, were used at the right time in the right way. They did a damn good job. I didn't see what the Temple Guard were shooting at. Sorry, they're down here. I didn't see what the Temple Guard were shooting at, so I can't judge that. But in melee as well, like they were pretty effective. What the hell? Orc fodder with 90. I guess the orc fodder were killing off those clansmen, but 91 kills for an orc fodder is the most kills I've ever seen an orc fodder get. I don't even think orc fodder fighting orc fodder could get 91 kills. I think it would just be, they would just bounce off each other. So that's really impressive. Blackguard of Barad-dûr, they took absolute mincing by the Dragon's Breath cannon, and of course their job is to push anyway. So look at this guy down here. Look at he's chuffed to bits. Good for him. Yeah, so that's all right. More on infantry there. Yeah, really, you're never really gonna expect too much from them. They're fodder at the end of the day. Goddamn, getting outkilled by orc fodder. I think that when we sent in the orc fodder, I would have probably gone for a more on infantry. I think they could have dealt with the clansmen in a more efficient manner. But obviously, I'm wrong in that case. Yeah, definitely. Orc Javes, yeah, they did really quite well, as they always will in a siege. It's hard to, yeah, it's just a great opportunity for them. Moron on guard there with 173, one with 51, of course. But yeah, I need to maybe use the Moron on guard. Just bring him to us. I'll bring him to a siege the next time I decide to play Mordor. Just check him out. I said that about the Minas Morgul Chosen, and the Minas Morgul Chosen actually have done pretty well for me. I think maybe too many spears. That's the only thing in this army that I would maybe disagree with. I think when you've got the Blackguard of Barad-dûr, they're your pushing units. You don't... I would have maybe, instead of... like I just said I would bring them, but maybe instead of the Moron on guard, I would bring Orc Maulers. Perhaps, or something like that, but hey, yeah, like it worked out pretty well either way, so yeah, can't complain too much. Horsemen there, I expected, he turned up pretty quick, which was good, like that's just a little thing, but he saved his ammunition for the right moment, I think. He definitely used that I think it was his ammunition was a big part of the reason that the attackers were able to sort of really get some control toward the end of that battle. And I think the only thing would be maybe I think he should have come in a bit sooner. His boys on the other side were really struggling, and I think he needed to get stuck in a bit faster. But when he did get stuck in, he got stuck in hard, and he did it very well. But and he made up for lost time. He certainly did. Lappy there, just unfortunate with the inaccuracy of his cannon. He was choosing the right targets most of the time. Like, it was just dumb luck. I'm really sorry about that. And as well, those blooming crossbows routing at the end was unfortunate too. That was just crap. They should have held, but no, it was all in all good moves, and definitely good moves from that catapult crew. Very cool with the Blackback Mountain Berserkers. Didn't play out too well, of course, unfortunately, but well, I mean, it pulled off some Glade Guard, which would have definitely benefited your allies up there. But still, it was a cool move. I liked it. I like seeing those bridges get used. Clotete there, loved how he used his elites, as I said. Definitely pretty tough. I think I didn't even see what those crossbows of his were firing at. I know. I saw one of them firing away at the Merquindi bows, and I think that was definitely what they needed to do. But no, I don't know. But still, can't complain with those kills, to be honest. So did a dang good job. Unknown Soldier there. Yeah, generally Unknown Soldier was defending the right side and Sharkan was defending the left, but they were mixing up really nicely with, of course, some hobbits dotted around here and there and everywhere too. So, but he did a good job on the right. Good use of his archers, I would say, and no, like can't really complain about that. Sharkan, great cannon fire. Surprised when he used up his ammo. I thought he'd have a fair bit left. I thought he was being more conservative with it, but I guess I probably missed a few shots. They kind of went wild, but he did damn good. I'm always interested to know how many kills those cannons get in a siege, and or artillery pieces as a whole get in sieges. You know, it's quite cool for me. And yeah, bold use of the cav. Cool to bring a cav unit, especially Rivendell is quite compact sometimes. So taking cav can be quite scary, so you do like rely on these heavy knights and stuff, and the dragon knights are great for it. Sauron there, yep, brought it home. I lost faith. I thought he was done for, but no, he held and he did a damn good job toward the end. That was absolutely fantastic for him. So chuffed to bits. Really careful use with his Proudfoot. There were a lot of times where that Proudfoot, force that still had ammunition, I would have probably just said, "Oh crap, we need them in melee. Just get them stuck in." And no, but he held them back for the right moment, and that's pretty exceptional. And no, this was a fun one. Yeah, thank you, Beast Mode, and thanks for everyone involved. See you guys later.